Hey, what's up guys? Walt here. We do this every single day. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment. And I've a quick question from a student of mine, Jacob. He asked me about the idea of, hey Walt, what does stems, not necessarily what do stems mean, or not what do flags mean, but what do stems mean? So let me explain what the two differences are, and then I'll give you a couple examples. So this looks like a lot, and I agree. This is maybe a little bit over your head of the idea of this are 16th notes. So let's just run through really quick the ideas of which different notes there are. Let me actually grab this guy and then we'll see. Okay, so let's maybe make an E. Okay, so there's our E. Now that's a quarter note, but there's a bunch of different notes. I mean, not a lot. There's a few. So there's your quarter note. This is what you're seeing here is your 16th note. Then we have 32nd note, 16th, 8th note. This is a quarter note, a half note, and a whole note. Now, whole note has no stem, okay? Half note has a stem, open head. Quarter note has a stem, black head, or filled in head. Eighth note has a stem and a flag. 16th note has two flags. I'll zoom up there so you can see it. See the two flags? And 32nd note has three flags. Now, you're probably saying, what's the difference between all those? Don't worry about that. That's over the scope of this video. Basically, it just means how fast or slow you play it. So 32nd notes are really fast, and quarter notes are, once per beat. So let me just show you this. If I were to make all of these eighth notes, okay, notice how you have the stem. But normally, you're saying to yourself, hey, Walt, wait a minute. Don't they normally have flags and not stems? And the answer is yes. But stems and flags are the same. So let me separate these and I'll show you what this all means. So this example up top here and this example below would be played the same exact way. There's nothing different about it. The only reason why people use stems, these guys, in music, or if they use flags, are because it's more legible one way or the other. And when notes are grouped together, 9 times out of 10, it's more legible for the performer who's reading sheet music to read stems instead of flags if there's a lot of the same succession of notes, of the durations of notes. So let's change this. Let's go E, F, G, A, B, A, G, F, and then E. Okay? So let's do the same thing here. F, G, A, B, A, G, F, E. Now, listen to how this one plays. You know what? Actually, I have it on swing. Sorry. Let me just change this really quick. Straight. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now it's going to sound like this. Okay. So let's do it again so you can hear it. Okay, and now this bottom part's going to sound like this. Okay, so it sounds the same. There's nothing different. Now you're probably saying to yourself, okay, Walt. So I was thinking normally that it was quarter notes with a flag. So he was saying, why do I see quarter notes? This was his question originally. Was why do I see quarter notes that are combined at the bottom? And the answer, just so you all know, so that we're all on the same page, is that it's actually not quarter notes. They're eighth notes with a flag, but you use a stem in order to combine the flags so it's more legible. So this example and this example are the same. Now, quarter notes don't have flags, so you obviously can't combine them through stems. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, why is it that sometimes I see a stem why is it sometimes I see notes with two stems? And now it brings me to my next example, which is this guy. Okay, so let's look at this, and let's look at these notes. Let's go E, F, G, A, B, A, G, F, E, B, F, G, A, B, A, G, and E. Okay. So in this example here, let's combine all of the eighth notes. I know this might be a little over someone's head, but by the end of the video, you'll get it. I promise. Promise. Okay, now let's look at this. Let's have this example up top here and this one below, and let's combine all of these eighth notes. Let's kill this one now. So let's combine all of these eighth notes, stems, and let's keep these ones separated. Once again, this would be played the same as this. There's nothing different. Now, notice how this one has two stems though. And the reason why this has two stems is because there's 16th notes. Notice I said at the beginning of the video, there's two 16th notes, or 16th notes have two flags on them. So if I were to combine those, you would have this. So this would be your eighth note stems. So da 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 da. So let me play this for you. You'll hear how this and this sounds the same. You'll hear how this one sounds the same as this one, and this one sounds the same as this one, but this one's going to be played twice as fast because there's 16th notes. Okay, let me play this for you. Okay, so I'll play everything at once, and you'll hear how it sounds. Okay, so that's the idea of eighth notes, 16th notes a little bit, and why we use stems and why we don't. Now, a lot of times you normally wouldn't see, I shouldn't say normally, but you won't always see something like this. A lot of times you'll see it, you know, maybe this one will be an eighth note up top here, over there. I just made that an eighth note. Maybe this note here will have a rest. Maybe this one will be tied to this one. Okay, maybe this one will have a bunch of 16th notes in it. Okay, so now we're starting to get into a more melodic piece of music, but it all stems from the same concept. Okay, so any questions that you have, let me know. I know this was maybe a lot over some people's concepts of what eighth notes were. There's a lot of information in this video. Any questions you have, leave them below. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment. I really want to help you guys out in knowing how to read music and how it works and everything. And that's it. So I hope you guys are well, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Peace.